So several months ago, my drone, of which I actually have two of the same model, each took some damage, and they were damaged in the exact same way. And the way in which they were damaged was one of the mounts that the motor mounts into was broken, and it's purely an issue with the plastic frame itself. So, two functional drones with a small piece of broken plastic. And so what I did is I just ordered a new shell for it, a new top and a new bottom. And I have to move all of the guts and the wires into the new shell. And so here is the guts from these will be transplanted into the new shell. This is what all the inner workings of a drone looks like. There's really not much to it. Obviously, each side of the board, there's four wires, or four sets of wires that look like this. These simply power the motors. There's also four sets of wires that look like this, one off each side, and this is just for an LED. Green in the front, red in the back for orientation. And then this is merely a power switch. And then there's a circuit board, and that's really all there is to any of this. Here's the circuit board. All kinds of hot glue on it, definitely made in China. This is the antenna. An identical antenna was inside the remote control, and I clipped it off and I soldered on a Wi-Fi antenna, like the Wi-Fi antenna that comes out the back of your router. And so now I had to do a little bit of solder work. One of the, let's see, here it is. The positive wire on the this red LED somehow got cut in half, so I soldered it back together and just put a tiny piece of Scotch tape on it. Can't find my electrical tape. And so now I'm going to take about probably half an hour. All I have to do is drop this into the new shell, screw it in, and then there's some channels I have to run the wire through. And once I do that, it'll look a lot more like this one, and I can just simply drop the motors back into it, hook them up, and before I put the shell back on, I'll do some calibrating, make sure that everything's functioning correctly, and then I'll put the shell on, I'll screw it back on, and I will have a functional drone. So this has been about 30 minutes worth of work so far. It's probably going to be another 30 to reassemble, and then maybe 30 to do the calibration, and I will have taken my $60 broken drone and breathed new life into it. And then I will also have pretty much an entire set of backup parts minus the broken plastic shell to add to the myriad of other parts I already have. Hey. Hey. Meow. Meow. Cat. Hey, cat. Mr. Corks. Hey. Look at me. Look at me. Meow. Hey. Look here. Look here. Oh, this is Mr. Corks. Yes, this is a good boy. It's a very good boy. Yeah. Oh, is that light too bright for you? Yes, Mr. Corks. Yes, Mr. Corks.